Hey, starting a minute early, checking in to see if you can see me and hear me okay. Hi, welcome to Yoga Intermissions. Try this at home. It is Saturday, a snowy day on the ground snow, nothing much floating around in the air. My name is Karen, coming to you from Warren, Vermont, Salt and Sand Studios. Looks like sight and sound is good, and we are just a couple minutes short of starting. If you are on already and you don't have a blanket nearby, like a throw blanket, grab one. Doesn't have to be very big. This is one folded in half. And now we're officially starting. Hi, Elaine. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, we have a few people on. So if you have a blanket, grab that, fold it to this shape, the hot dog shape, sort of. And then we're going to fold it to more of like the hamburger bun shape. So it's in quarters. And then we're going to take it to our mat. And by the way, if you don't have a blanket, that's totally okay. No, it's not necessary. I just want to find a little bit of a back bend at the beginning of class. And on the mat, with the fold facing the top of the mat, you're going to take a couple rolls, jelly rolls, maybe not more than 3, depending on how thick your blanket is. And press those in so it stays there. And then organize yourself so that the shoulder blades are just above that roll when you lie down. And the arms can also be above that roll. Maybe the palms come down. If you need something underneath your head or your neck, go ahead and take that. But this is just a really gentle start to opening up the heart, the collarbones, the shoulders, the underarms. That feels really good. We're going to lift the head, tuck the chin toward the chest, lengthen the back of the neck, and then draw the head back down. I realize I have props all over the place today. We're going to start here in our mindfulness and movement practice, noticing the breath. We'll take a brief rotation of consciousness, imagining the opportunity that presents itself when we allow contentment to arise through physical feeling, physical experience versus thinking. Maybe that Hamilton song with Burr could be more about think less, feel more. Starting with the very tops of the feet. Without judging, acknowledging any sensation there. Maybe there's not even a label. Maybe you're just right there observing the tops of the feet. Maybe one side feels different from the other. It might be the air that you feel. Now the heels of the feet. Maybe you're still taking opportunity to notice the low back and you need to move the hips a little bit to lengthen out the low back. We come back observing the lower legs. By the way, if your legs want to be extended on the mat, let that happen. I have my knees bent and the feet on the floor to protect my low back a little bit more. Any sensation in the knees, and not just noticing the kneecap, but behind the knee and inside the knee. Maybe like there's a little meeple right inside the knee, and you can gaze around and notice what it feels like. The thighs. Pelvis. And low belly. Maybe you're starting to feel it relax. The rib cage, front, sides, and back. Again, maybe like the observing part of you has spelunked into the space inside the ribs. That little meeple is exploring its way around, maybe even climbing up the ribs, and noticing places of openness or breath, and maybe places of holding on. Sensations in the chest, the upper back, the right arm, the right hand. Right shoulder. Collarbone on the right, and then glide your awareness into the center throat. Giving yourself permission to just experience what's there, maybe on the skin or behind the throat. Left collarbone. Left shoulder. Upper arm on the left. Lower arm. The hand and the fingers. The back of the neck. Sides of the head, maybe the ears. The face, maybe starting with the jaw to the cheekbones. The nose. Behind the eyes. The center forehead. Perhaps a little tingling or a little brightness there. Maybe even a little pressure. The crown of the head, where for most of us the hair meets in that really cool swirl. Anything you feel there physically. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. 2 more of those. Long, full breath in. Maybe sip in a little more air at the top, like you're topping off your gas tank. Release it. And one more time. Palms can flip if they're not facing the sky. Reach the arms overhead, press the palms together there. Then see if you can press the shoulder blades back into the earth so the arms might get a little longer, the fingertips like you're tickling the clouds. The belly draws in and the tailbone points upward. If it feels okay for your shoulders, you'll reach the arms now so they're coming behind the head onto the ground. Maybe they don't make it all the way there. And again, a long, huge breath in. Release it. Draw your arms into a cactus shape. And again, if that doesn't quite work for you, you might send the hands outward a little bit. Finding a little bit of a deeper back bend as you scooch the shoulder blades toward one another. Maybe your biceps are feeling a little stretchy here. And slowly both knees draw into the heart. Your tailbone is lifting a little bit. Belly moving in to make real estate for the thighs to press toward the belly. We'll take ankle circles, maybe same direction or opposite direction. After 5 cycles, you'll take them in the opposite direction. Pause for some stillness. See if you can lift the tailbone a little from the earth, belly downward. Now open and close the toes, maybe even make fists of the toes. And we move into knee circles, drawing these cool shapes in the air, maybe imagining you leave a trail of glitter or light or color. Taking your time to see how far the knees can get over to the left, front, the right, the belly. And after 3 to 5 cycles, you'll take them in the other direction. Pause for some stillness. Drop the soles of the feet to the earth and shift your hips over to the left, just a couple inches. Drop the knees over to the right. It's really nice to start the more active part of the practice with a twist, even though we haven't owned yet. Gaze, if it's accessible, is over the left shoulder. We work the fingertips outward. Keep the belly a little active so it's not just dropping down toward the ground or toward your thighs. And notice any sensation in the left shoulder, the left side of the chest, the left pec. Big breath in and out. Knees point back toward the sky. Hips float over to the right. Twist opposite side. This time start with observation of sensations in the right hip and the right side of the body. Mindfully guide your awareness up to the right shoulder and shoulder blade, the pec, underarm. Seeing what you feel. Feeling the feels as opposed to thinking about them, analyzing them. We're going to roll over onto the left side, allowing the right palm to meet the left. And take another big breath in and out. Using the right hand, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Whatever that means for you. If you have crossed your legs in a habitual manner, swap them around. Give yourself the opportunity to feel something different, to feel awkwardness in the body, or maybe surprise. Once again, the arms reach out to the sides, just like when we were lying down. This time, palms face forward. The fingers are super wide. Tuck the tailbone forward, draw the belly in the lower ribs on the front body. Reach a little bit with effort toward your hip bones. We're not hunched over, we're rather drawing the belly in. On a breath in, arms float high overhead. Gaze can lift as the palms press together. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Consider here the motivation for coming to your mat today, or perhaps establish an intention or a dedication for the practice. We'll surround ourselves with that like a fluffy cloud to support our practice, using the sound of Om. If you prefer not to chant, you might imagine the sound or the letters of Om riding on your breath out your mouth. Super breath in to prepare. Om. Make your way into a tabletop, coming to all fours so the wrists are right under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And we're going to spend a little bit of time in each posture, just considering where we feel the most difference, or maybe the most impact, or maybe whatever is just sort of forward in your feeling areas. Fingers are nice and wide, And rather than dropping the belly, we're drawing it in toward the spine. Press energy into the tops of the feet and the hands. Draw the tailbone down, the nose points down. On a breath out, press the floor away, lift the knees just a little bit. You got to use the belly a lot here. Activate the hamstrings and the glutes. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, send the sitting bones toward the heels. Not really a child's pose, just finding a stretch of the spine. Stretch of the sacrum. Come forward, breath in. Space between the shoulder blades. Space around the sacrum. Exhale, press the floor away, hands and feet, and the knees lift. Draw that belly in and up, the low ribs toward the hips. Feel where you feel this. My thighs are kind of activating here. Drop the knees, send the sitting bones toward the heels. Drop your head. And one more time, tabletop. Get that belly in before you press the floor away. Breath out, knees lift. One more round of breath. Knees to the earth. Child's pose. You can send the knees wide, big toes touch. Keeping the belly slightly active, draw onto your fingertips. Walk the hands forward a little bit more so you're stretching the shoulders in the back. Walk the hands off to the right. Maybe the left palm comes to the back of the right hand. We drop the head. And imagine that the left side of the body is these amazing fish gills opening up as you breathe in, closing down as you breathe out, finding stretch, blood flow, and feeling, physical feeling along the left side of the body. Crawl your fingers to center, then off the mat, opposite side. Noticing here, if the right side of the body feels very different or just a little different from the way the left did, without any judgment. It's not good, better or worse, perfect or imperfect. That's actually a nice reminder to me about pursuit of perfection in the shapes that you are making. Rather than aiming for some idea that you have of a particular shape or posture or what grace is, if you allow yourself to simply feel the process of moving and settling in, and experience the benefits of the posture where you feel them, or maybe the challenges of the posture, you'll be practicing. It's called yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Draw back into your tabletop. And then walk the hands just a couple inches forward. We're going to move into a downward dog. Tuck the toes under. Shift the sitting bones toward the heels. Press the floor away, lifting the knees. Pause. Slowly exhale. Draw the heels toward the earth. Direction, not a destination. Hips lift high. You might pedal into your feet, starting to feel all the feels of downward dog. The palms of the hands, the top, the balls of the feet, the hamstrings, the belly, the triceps and biceps, the shoulders, the long spine. Breathe. Inhale, rise up to the tippy toes. Press the chest toward the thighs. Breathe out. Next breath out, knees bend, look past your hands. Take a walk to them for a forward fold. Find a bind, not just because that rhymes. Find your bind, maybe your ragdoll, maybe yogi toe lock, maybe the hands are behind the ankles. Or maybe it feels better to keep the fingertips on the earth and walk them forward, giving yourself a little different shape in your fold. And settling in and allowing for the sensations to guide where you go with the fold. Find your breath. On a breath out, hands glide to the shins, lift halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. We're finding shoulders toward the hips, sitting bones reach back. As long a spine as you can, let the belly draw in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, halfway lift. Use the belly to get you there. Nice long spine. Open up the collarbones. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, halfway lift. Full round of breath. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, unravel all the way to standing. Kind of like AstroTurf, rolling up. Mountain pose, Tadasana, hands by the sides. I have a special hoodie effect. Inhale, lift the arms high overhead. Cactus arms on the breath out. Can your shoulders and heart and elbows take up more space in your space? Where do you feel this posture? If it's all dumping into the lower back, tuck the tailbone, draw the belly in. If it's all in the belly, press the heels and the balls of the feet to the earth. Intertwine your hands behind you, or you can simply grab elbows or wrists. Open up the collarbones. Keep your elbows bent to start. Tuck the tailbone down. Lift, lift, lift from the navel to the sternum. Then, after you squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe the arms can lengthen. Maybe not. Toes reach off the mat like they want to climb up the front wall. Spread them wide. Bring them back down one at a time. Draw onto the balls of the feet, finding a balance. You got to really fortify the hamstrings and the quads. See if you can keep the heels off the earth, sinking into a bound modified chair balance. Pause. Sink a little deeper. Imagine that you're holding a block or a ball between your knees. Bring your heels down, fold over your legs. Hands might float from the spine, but maybe they don't. Maybe they belong attached, and you notice that connection. Where do you feel this in the body? The shoulders? Is the belly just hanging out? See if you can activate it. Next, exhale, hands release. Breathe in. Breathe out, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Runner's lunge, left foot to the back of the mat. Pause here, finding lots of length. Play around with this. Maybe the right foot moves out to the right. Really working the right knee over the right ankle. Shoulders toward the hips, belly away from the thighs, left heel behind. Fortify your left hamstrings. Drop the back knee to the earth. Rise up, arms overhead, Anjaneyasana, knee down lunge. This is too much on your low back. Activate your left glutes and hamstrings. Tuck your tailbone. Hands come to your heart. We're going to take a little twist, upright with the shoulders, over toward the right. Intertwine your fingers. Let the hands cup your right hip. Drop your chin toward the hip. Maybe you need a little more space left to right, so you move the right foot out. Or maybe you need a little more space front to back. Press more energy into the heel of the front foot and the top of the back foot, taking all the activation out of the low back and moving it into the psoas. Left arm forward, right arm behind, the east or west pose. Reach, reach, reach. Let the belly draw in. Notice the sensation spots. Left hip flexor, maybe the belly, maybe the shoulders or shoulder blades. Left hand down, right arm high. Right hand down to the earth. Half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. You might scoot that right foot forward. Float the ball of the foot off the earth. Depending on where you are, notice your spine, let it get long. You might stay pretty far away from the shin, as I am doing, so that I can reach the shoulders back and the heart forward. And over time with breath, maybe lower a little closer to the leg, depending on where your hamstrings are flexing or not. Sole of the foot comes to the mat. Creep the hands forward so they're parallel to the toes. Tuck your left toes under runner's lunge. You might be in a little bit of a longer runner's lunge than you were to start. Make it worth it. Where do you feel this? What's happening with the back knee? Is it sort of sinking down, or are you really pressing into the heel and engaging all the muscles of the leg? On an exhale, extend your front leg, fold over it. Keep that back leg powered up. Inhale, come forward, runner's lunge. Exhale, lengthen and fold. Inhale, runner's lunge, heart forward. Exhale, lengthen and fold. Pause. Press into the heel of the front foot. Press into the pinky toe side of the front foot. And then the ball of the front foot. Inhale for your runner's lunge, then hop the back foot halfway up the mat, Parsvottanasana. Working that right hip behind you. It's as if the thigh is spinning out from the center line. Hands walk forward now with the right foot to find a half split. So hands might come to the top of the mat. Bend your front knee to float the left leg. Drop your head. Reach that left foot nice and high. See if you can extend the front leg. Step back, runner's lunge once again. Hover over your right thigh. Hands by your sides, float up, crescent warrior. Where do you feel the back bend? Where do you feel powering up? Slowly lower the left knee. It does not touch the ground. Pause nice and low. Extend your left leg. See if you can stay low. Nice. You might be feeling this like I am in the glutes. Hands to the heart. Step up to stand. Woo, that's a lot on the right leg. Somebody has warmed up. I hope all of us have. I'll be right there, meeting you again at the front of the mat, standing nice and tall. Keeping the hands pressed together, reach them high overhead. Bend the elbows, bring the hands to the nape of the neck or between the shoulder blades. Press the head back into the forearms. Cactus arms one more time. I say one more time, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the last. We're going to take eagle arms, right elbow underneath the left, one wrap or two, and sit into chair. Rise up, arms overhead. See, because you have to go into cactus arms again in order to get into your eagle arms, opposite way, left under right. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight into the right foot, lift the left knee toward the belly. See if maybe you can draw the belly in and bring the elbow and the knee toward one another. Drop the heel, lift the elbows, chair pose. Opposite way, drawing the right knee in. And then the elbow and the knee toward each other. Use your belly. Drop the foot. Chair pose, arms can float overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on a breath out. Exhale, forward fold, glides way to the back of the mat, runner's lunge. Adjusting to feel the feels that help you explore the posture, gain benefit from the posture. I am both widening and lengthening my stance. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Inhale, peel forward. Slowly drop the back knee to the earth, untuck your toes, shoulders rise up, knee down lunge, Anjaneyasana. Right glutes and hamstrings activate, hands to your heart. Where do you feel this? It's a back bend and a hip flexor opening. It is not a, I'm dumping all my energy into my low back opening or closing. Take a twist, breath out to the left. Situate the belly. Situate the heel of the front foot and the shoelace side of the back foot. Arms reach forward and back, east-west pose. Maybe that deepens your twist. Oh, I forgot the in-between. The fingers intertwine. The hands cup your left hip, drop your chin. Sink a little deeper into your front hip crease. Maybe sneak the left foot forward a little bit. Now east-west, right arm forward, left arm back. We'll take one full breath here, opening up the heart. Right hand down, left arm high. My left arm doesn't actually do that, so I'll bring the heel of the left hand to my low back. Long spine, twisting from the navel. Left hand down to the earth. Half split Ardha Hanumanasana. Right hip moves over the right knee. Left foot squeegees its way forward. Ball of the foot peels off the earth. Aiming for a long spine here. So that might mean bringing the fingers back toward the body. Different sensations over time. What does Ardha Hanumanasana feel like today? Where do you feel strength? Where do you feel openness? Where do you feel the breath landing? Where do you feel challenge? The sole of the foot returns to the mat. Hands creep toward the front of the foot. We tuck the back toes under, runner's lunge. You might need to make an adjustment. Reach that right heel behind. Exhale, extend over your front leg. Right heel's reaching down. Belly in and up. Inhale, peel forward, runner's lunge. Shoulders toward the hips. Belly moves away from the thighs. Open the heart. Open the collarbones. Exhale, forward fold over your leg. Inhale, runner's lunge. One more time, breathe out, long leg. Inhale, runner's lunge. Hands move forward toward the front of the mat to hop the back foot halfway up. Hop the back foot halfway up. Left thumb inside the left hip. Draw it behind you. Spin open the thigh. And fold. Oh, yeah. Belly a little active. Interestingly, I'm feeling sensation more in my calf than my hamstring. I'm going to press the left big toe mound to the earth and my right heel to the earth. And now I'm feeling the left hip move back a little bit more. Hands crawl forward about 4 inches, energy into the front foot, left knee bends, right leg lifts, half split or a half split. Is that a quarter split?
Wow, I feel way tighter in my hamstrings on this left leg. What's going on there? Really press the heel in, lifting the right leg. Step back, runner's lunge. And what I noticed is my right leg didn't get anywhere near as high as my left leg in the standing split. But guess what? It's just yoga. Hover over your leg. Hands reach behind you like there's a beautiful rainbow and something else really cool. Puppy. Reach up, crescent warrior. Really feeling it now in my hammies and my left glutes. Back bend, but the right glutes are active to lower the tailbone a little bit. Slowly we drop the right knee downward, but we don't touch the earth. Pause. Extend the right leg, reach that heel. Hands to your heart. Step into chair pose, Utkatasana. Yeah. Inhale, lift up. Reach toward the sky. Tickle the sun. Even if there's clouds in between you and the sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift or exhale. And a forward fold. We step back to our plank. It's our first plank. What does this plank feel like? What might it feel like if we situate the wrists right under the shoulders, widen the fingers, draw the belly in, press energy between the shoulder blades, and reach the heels behind us. Left hand comes a little forward of the shoulder. Heels drop over to the left. Right arm floats high. Vashisthasana, side plank. You might bring the bottom knee down. You might stack the feet. I'm feeling a lot of movement in my low spine and my hips. Lifting the hips away from the earth using the belly. Breathe in. Exhale, high plank. Situate your hands, right hand forward a little bit. Heels to the right. Left arm floats high. Exhale, high plank. Knees drop to the earth so you're in a long tabletop. Reach the heart forward of the thumbs so the hips are moving forward. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Lengthen the body. Bring the bony hip points to the earth. Lifting the navel away. I'm actually shifted forward of my mat. I can see a little bit of rock salt on the ground in front of me. Must have brought it in on my socks. Forehead to the earth. Bring the forearms to the earth, finding the cactus shape with the arms. Don't know if you can see me here. And take the left fingertips underneath just outside the left shoulders there, outside the mat. We're going to press there and roll on to the right side. Maybe stacking the legs. Finding an opening in the front of the right chest and the shoulder. If the head can drop, allow it to do so. If you'd like to lift the left leg or bend the knee and place the foot on the ground behind the right leg, feel free. Very gently roll back onto the belly. And take the right hand in the same shape as the left. So the hands are outside the mat, about shoulder height. Fingertips on the earth, like the hands a little crab. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the bony hips into the earth and lift the navel away. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. And then if you can, on a breath in, heart forward and up. Press the floor away, a little back bend. Come all the way down to the earth, keeping the right hand where it is. Place the left forearm onto the earth in a cactus shape. Energy into the right hand to lengthen that arm. Dropping over onto the left side of the body. to open up the left side of the chest and the shoulder. Right leg can be wherever, directly above the left leg or behind it. Maybe the right knee is bent. Roll back to the belly. This time, both hands under the shoulders. And again, we send the bony hip points to the earth, almost as if they're coming toward the center of the body. Tops of the feet are pressing to the earth. The navel draws away. Breath in, heart forward and up. Finding your back bend, doesn't matter how deep you go. All the way down to the earth and into a child's pose. This child is going to feel so yummy. Maybe you take Balasana 1 with the knees together and the top of the head on the earth, as close to the knees as you can get it. And the hands swing around to touch the feet. If they touch the feet enough, you can give yourself a little massage. Then we relax into the posture, feeling all the parts of the body that are touching one another. And noticing that sensation. Maybe it's a sensation of warmth or pressure. No thinking, feeling. Getting out of our heads, getting out of our days, getting out of our habits and our hang-ups, and just being. When you're ready, find your way to a seat. Taking your time. And extend the left leg onto the earth. Toes point straight to the sky. Maybe you really reach that heel away from you. And the right ankle, if it feels okay for you, can cross the left leg. We're taking a sort of a half fish pose. Yeah, I don't know why. Right hand behind. Really press the big toe mound of the right foot to the earth. And then work your way slowly into your twist, lowering the shoulders, letting the belly button move toward the spine, and working to keep both glutes on the earth, or both sitting bones on the earth. As you return to center, and just instead of just kind of however unhooking the ankle, see if you can draw the knee to your heart. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe the hands on the shins with an activated foot to gather the heart and sitting up nice and tall. Now we'll drop the knee out to the right. The sole of the right foot is so connected to the thigh or the calf that it's actually pressing energy there. And that helps lift the heart. Left hand comes outside the left leg, maybe a little bend in the knee. Breathe in. Exhale, fold all the way over your leg. I'm going to rise up to the seat. The seat. It's like an airplane catalog. The cobweb breaker. The carry-all luggage. Draw the left knee to the heart. Cross the ankle outside the right thigh. Sit up tall. Press the big toe mound of the left foot into the earth. Left hand is just a guide, not a kickstand. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, twist. Some of you might be able to bend your elbow and put it outside the left knee. For others, that might not feel quite as beneficial. How do the shoulders feel? How do the sitting bones feel? What do you feel in the spine? Return front and center. Hug the left knee in, squeeze the shin, shift the collarbones wide and the heart up. Belly's working for you. Left foot attaches to the inner right leg. We sit up tall. Exhale, fold over the leg. Take your time to explore, observe where you feel this without forcing and with a long spine. Rise up, extend both legs onto the earth. Really press everything connected to the earth down deeper, like you're establishing roots. Hands by your sides, belly in, shoulder blades love each other. Heart opens up, arms float in front. We retain the heart, lock the arms back into the shoulders, and really slowly with a straight back, if possible, but it's not required. Remember, it's your practice. Lower all the way down to the earth. Once you are down there, soles of the feet come to the earth and knees point toward the sky. Right knee crosses above the left as if you were crossing your legs in a chair. Shift the hips to the left a little bit and draw the knees to the right. That right leg, the lower right leg, is helping with the twist. Arms can flop outward, palms down or up. We slide the collarbones open and the shoulder blades toward each other. Feeling all the feels of this posture, allowing any emotional feelings to enter the scene, in addition to the physical, but again, without judgment. Heel toe the left foot to the right, drawing the knee back toward the sky. We'll take all those shenanigans to the other side. Right foot to the earth, left knee crosses the right knee, hips shift to the right, knees drop to the left. Gaze to the right if it works for you. Big, huge breath in and out. Observing the sensations in the body, the emotions that might rise to the surface. And letting them be part of this moment without creating something new. Heel toe the right foot to the left. Allow the hips to align with the shoulders. Draw both feet to the earth, and then your choice. A happy baby, a hug of the knees into the heart, or a virtual legs up the wall with the hands under your sacrum. If you'd like Supta Baddha Konasana, whatever shape you take, this is the last shape before our final repose and a return to rotation of the consciousness. So give yourself a couple of breaths. Let the shoulder blades kiss the earth. When you're ready, move into your final resting posture. Maybe this time, if it feels okay for the back, the legs extend on the earth, space between the feet. Palms flop out to the sides. They face the sky, welcoming anything that is offered. Big breath in and out the mouth. Eyes are softly closed. And at the crown of the head, a beautiful light, the color violet. With each breath in, that light becomes more pure, purer, more powerful, brighter, stupendous. And each breath out, rays of this incredible violet light reach downward and outward, filling the body all the way to the throat, the fingertips, the pelvis, down to the heels and toes. Gorgeous, incredible, violet, simultaneously softening, calming, and refreshing. Little wiggles return back into the body, fingers and toes, and the breath deepens, which brings your observation back into the physical form, the actual human form on the body. You roll over onto one side, giving yourself a moment of gratitude for coming to your mat. With the breath out, press yourself back to a seat. Bringing the palms together at the heart, you notice once more any sensations in the body that rise to the forefront. And then maybe a little bit of deeper observation for any feelings, physical feelings that are underlying. We bring our intent or motivation back to mind and celebrate that as well as ourselves for taking the time to practice today. We'll celebrate using the sound of Om. Long breath in. Om. Thumb knuckles connect with the middle of your forehead. May you allow yourself to observe the body, acknowledge and experience the sensations, knowing that you live in a magnificent human form, the most unique way to experience life on this earth. Namaste. Thank you to each and every one of you, whether you join live or are watching this on recording. Also know that there are a couple of Zoom classes during the week as well. Friday night spa yoga at 5:30 Eastern and Tuesday evenings at 5:30 vinyasa, again, Eastern time. I look forward to practicing with you again, and I hope you have a great remainder of your day, weekend, week, night, moment. See you soon.